Good evening, everyone. My name is Brice Duke, and I am coming to you live from Washington, D.C. on my family vacation to tell you about some professional development experiences that I have had. So, the best professional development experience that I've had came during my second student teaching internship at a middle school in the area around where I live, and it was over the procedures for the Georgia Milestones testing. So since I'm not a full-time teacher, I don't usually get any kind of experience with testing or anything like that, because I know that usually it should be just the classroom teachers that are inside during testing, but they made an exception for me since I was a certified student teacher. So the training that they did, it took you step by step through all of the teacher instructions, what you were supposed to do to start, what you were supposed to read, any kind of problems that you might have with the students with any kind of questions or any kind of computer problems, anything that may come up, they made sure to let you know how to handle it. It came with a presentation for us to view that took you through every step, so it was something you could look at, you could write down notes if you needed to, and it would just made for a really good experience as far as how I should be able to handle everything that goes along with those milestones testing, because I know that the milestones are very important. The least effective professional development experience that I've had came during my first student teaching internship this past year at a high school around where I live, and it was just a normal kind of professional learning community meeting. They met in one of the other teachers' classrooms. It was everyone in the department, and they just kind of went over what they were going through this week as far as with their curriculum and stuff, but it was really kind of just poorly put together. It happened 15 minutes before school started, and you could tell that no one really wanted to be there, and that's not an effective professional learning experience at all. It really just took away from the whole experience, because that was the first one that I had ever come to, and I really was not looking forward to having to go to another one whenever I did, because it just wasn't helpful at all. Everyone was teaching the same thing, and no one really seemed interested in doing it. It was more chit-chatting about what happened on TV the night before or whatever. So ways that I can provide good professional development experiences whenever I become a full-time teacher would be to kind of combine the bad meeting with the good meeting, as far as if I wanted to lead a content meeting, for example, I would want to make sure that I came prepared for everything that I needed. I could have something tangible to put in front of everyone so that they could write it down. They could see exactly what was going on, because in the reading it talks about how if you wanted to do a meeting, you want to do something that would be just as engaging with your students as you would with your coworkers, and I know that the students wouldn't enjoy any of that, so neither would your coworkers. So I would want to make sure that I combined all of those things, had something for everyone to look at, to know exactly what we were talking about, have a clear objective, and to make sure that we accomplish that objective before we leave. I also want to make sure that someone was writing down everything that we were doing so that we could look back on it later in order to figure out where we went wrong, if we did something wrong, or where we went right, and how we can build on that. So since I don't have a whole lot of teaching experience, since I'm still a student teacher, I'm not a full-time teacher, I don't really have a whole lot of professional development experience, but that was kind of what I took away from those experiences that I have already had. Thank you.